feel better, and your self-esteem is going to be better.
If you feel hot, you walk around feeling good.
There you go.
That's right. And exercise does do that. You know, just merely exercising alone boosts your energy and makes you feel good because of the other hormones that it sets off.
Our wonderful endorphins.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And
the feel-good one.
Such a great cycle. Mm-hmm. And if we could only just make ourselves do this simple act that we have full control of whether or not we're going to do it, you know, that would be great. Let's see. One of the things that I wanted to talk about beforehand, before getting into the yoga part, is just to give the basics about vitiligo. Because there are certain treatments that can trigger this repigmenting, but since the exact cause isn't known, vitiligo is sometimes set off by severe stress. And sometimes it runs in families, you know, so that there's a genetic factor involved, and they call this an autoimmune disease. And we know that many therapies, physical therapies like this, have cured people who have these diseases. Or, okay, maybe not cure, but stave off the effects of it. And so let's talk about vitiligo again. The skin is made up of two main types of cells or building blocks. Keratinite, oh my gosh, I can't believe I can't pronounce this word. Keratinocytes and melanocytes. I am not one who gets my words twisted. This is terrible.
That's a good one.
Keratinocytes make up the bulk of the skin, and the melanocytes are the cells that make the skin color. So one theory is that people with vitiligo, the immune cells attack the melanocytes, rendering them unable to produce the needed color. So when we have a healthier body, then the autoimmune will not kick in to fight off the regular cells.
That's the way I understand it with the melanocytes. Yeah, it's like they turn around and attack the good guys, attack the good guys almost. And so it's like if you have a healthier body, then that might stop or stave off, as you said, stop that process.
Mm-hmm. So yoga addresses vitiligo then at its root level. Yoga brings about deep relaxation and rest to the body's systems, thereby bringing about harmony to the immune system and nervous system, which mediate the autoimmune reaction, hence arresting the progression of the lesions. Let's talk for 1 second then about the body systems. I know you gave me a test on this.
I did. Yeah.
I'm going to let you answer.
The big ones that I think you need, that we're talking about, a bunch of them, but when you talk about just your central nervous system and your endocrine system, which is the bloods and tissues and stuff, if they are compromised, I used that word last time I was with you, but if they get compromised, they aren't going to produce right. So it starts, like just think of your yoga classes, it starts with a calm body. It starts with, your mind being, I always call your mind the god of you or whatever, and your mind tells your central nervous system what to do. Everything travels down that central nervous system. If something gets, out of the way, if something gets, damaged or whatever, you wind up with something not going to the right part of your body.
Mm-hmm.
Picture a stupid garden hose, that technique or that picture, or if you cramp it, the water's not going to flow right.
Okay.
So it's the same thing. If something's happening and then one of your systems is not functioning properly, those cells, the melanocytes or whatever, they, could possibly be sitting in the
keratinocytes.
Yeah, no, that's a good word.
I should have practicing that. I don't even think I'm saying that correctly now.
But that's okay. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Hopefully for the listeners.
I can spell it out next time. All right, so with yoga, for the yoga therapy for vitiligo, it's a free ebook that I've written, and it's a short 20-page book, quick read, but full of really easy to follow and good for you steps. And you can download that or go online and read it. And it's available at scribd.com, and that's SCRIBD.com. And then Nathalie Pelletier, so NATHALIE PELLETIER. And I'll have this link on the website, too, so you can just go there and get that. If anybody would like to call in and ask us some questions, the call-in number is 858-769-4727. That's 858-769-4727. And now we've discussed the yoga and different things, but now you can tell us about the different coping techniques that we can implement to try and help us.
A lot of people think that when you want to shut the body down or to relax that you have to do something like transcendental meditation, and they don't think they have time for that, or they don't think they can sit still.
Well, it does seem time-consuming.
It does, but, you will stand in line to buy a concert ticket all night, right? Yes, some people do.
No, that's true.
Sure. But, people won't take 15 minutes a day to heal themselves. Mm-hmm. I don't get that.
Yeah.
And it's so easy, but a lot of times it's hard to explain that to people because we're not used to sitting down.
Well, I'll tell you, you know what, maybe, and you can tell us how to get around this, if I'm standing in line for 9 hours to get a ticket, I know at the end of that 9 hours I'm going to have a ticket to go do something I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know that after spending 15 minutes each day that I'm going to have some kind of result at the end. So,
right, you don't get to get up after 15 minutes and go, there it is,
I got this.
Right.
My skin's back to normal. Right. Fantastic. Right.
Well, it's kind of like, why do we brush our teeth? Why do we do certain things that, it's preventative, and we just do them knowing it's good for our body?
Yeah.
When you run, you're doing really good things for yourself, but you don't look in the mirror immediately and go, aha, I can see.
Yeah.
It takes time.
I'm on the floor gasping.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Gotcha.
And time's huge. I know that. But a couple other things that I tell people about are that they don't even realize are coping techniques are things like things that include your passion, things like hobbies. That is probably the number one additional coping technique we can talk about. When you are doing anything where you take your mind off of your worries and off of your stressors, and you are so engrossed in what you're doing, kind of the aha moment or whatever you want to call it, at the end of a half an hour or 45 minutes or whatever it is, you're done and you realize, wow, I didn't even realize that time went by. I really loved what I was doing right then. Whether it's painting, sculpting, gardening.
Absolutely.
Reading, yeah, it doesn't matter. You totally let your body just relax, but yet at the same time you're stimulated because you're doing something you love.
Mm-hmm.
And so it sounds so stupid to say a hobby can save you, but it really can.
Right. Yeah, I can see that.
And I don't know how you are about journaling. I'm not a huge journaler, but a lot of people, they can't say how they feel. It's hard for them to express things, but in the written word, they can just write and write. And
I used to journal a lot. As a matter of fact, when I met you were journaling. I was journaling just so much emotional stuff. And it's good. If you are not in a good place, it is great to journal those thoughts. And you know what, when you're journaling, do it in a free-form way. Just write whatever is on your mind. Just dump it out. Don't think about correct sentences or,
don't write it like someone's standing over your shoulder.
Just all these weird thoughts. You know how thoughts just come in and they bombard us. Just write like that. Just put it all down. Do not give the book to anybody else to read. And don't go back and reread it, because I've done that, both of those. And one, my friend said, oh, my God. And she remained my friend, thank goodness. But she's like, oh, my God, that's not good if you feel that way. And then I went back and read it, and I was like, oh, like I'd read my little girl Nathalie's. It wasn't my little girl now, but, it wasn't me when I was little, and I wrote those. It was like I felt protective of that Nathalie, and going, oh, honey, why did you let yourself feel that bad? And, I felt so sorry. But, whatever. It was great for me at the time because then it got me past it.
Well, and sometimes reading how you felt then and where you are now, you can see a pattern emerge, and you can see, boy, did I get stronger over this last six
months. And that was good, too. It's feeling good about yourself. And also, sometimes it might be good to go back and reread. If you find yourself in that kind of same situation, you can go, no, I am not going to do this again. I have to be strong and go against my natural will to be a people pleaser or to not argue back or whatever it is. You can go, no, I have to stand up for myself. I have to push myself to do that. So you're right. It's a great tool. Unsent letters.
Another good one. I think you did that same thing, didn't you? Or you in my class, we talked about unsent letters. If there's some turmoil going on, or it can be a good letter or a bad letter. The bad letter can be, okay, I got dumped or whatever, and I was never, ever allowed to have closure, and so this is how I will have closure. And you can pour it all out in a letter, and then, of course, you're not going to send that. You're probably going to burn it.
The normal person wouldn't, but I did.
Okay, then it's not called unsent letters.
I know, I'm an idiot. But, and so I don't suggest anyone do that.
You liked your letter so much you sent it?
I did.
Oh, my God.
I did. I was like, this is so good. And I just felt like I've just got to share this because everything was pertinent in there, and it was me getting my voice across. And then as soon as I let that letter go, and I was proud to send it, because I had never spoken up for myself during this time with this person, and so I was like, I've done it. And now, look at me. And after I put that in the mail, I was still proud for a little while. And then after about a week, I was like, oh, my God, did I really do that? Idiot. And I don't think I ever told you that I did know that because I wanted to wait till this day to discuss you.
I'm so glad that class really left an image in your mind there. What am I supposed to do? Only you didn't follow the instructions.
Oh, well, live and learn. Live and learn. Now I will never do that again. So
but you know what? You had closure, didn't you?
I did. You know what? It really was. Okay. It was okay for me. Like I said, I don't advocate that for anybody because who knows, what you're writing. And you do have to know that in the end, whoever gets that, because of what has already transpired, they're not going to care, about what's in there, or B, they're going to go, what an idiot, and look at the letter and think, ooh, wacko. Yeah. Could very, that's, at least those are the two sides I see. I mean, I can't even imagine somebody getting one of those letters and going, oh, I was wrong. How terrible for me. There's always because I've gotten a letter like that from somebody after I broke up with them, and my response was, that is kind of crazy.
Oh, okay.
So you think I would have just learned from that, but I didn't. Well, that's why I teach yoga now, so I don't ever do anything crazy like that again. I just read that 19.
Oh, okay. I was just going to say one of the other coping techniques, a really good one is support groups and what you're doing right now. Having the Vitiligo and having the site and Facebook and stuff, because there's nothing like knowing you're not the only person.
Yeah, that helps. So I hear that all the time. As a matter of fact, someone just signed up today for the Facebook Vitiligo Friends, and that's facebook.com, Vitiligo Friends. And she said, do you really have vitiligo? I've never met anybody else who does.
Aww.
And, while she was signing up to join the group, and so I wrote back, yes, I really have it, and everybody here does, and go to the website, and everybody has it. You're not alone, and we're all here to talk and, share stories or just be there it's always nice to just be with other people and share ideas or just talk, so that's always nice. And I've even met some people that we've, not talked about vitiligo stuff. We've talked about arts and travel, and, it doesn't have to always be about what's making you sad or bothering you. You can make new friendships, and that's wonderful, too. Well, thank you all so much for listening today. And thanks to all the new Facebook friends who have joined us. You can catch us on Twitter at Vitiligo Corner and or Twitter at Nathalie P. And we'd like to thank our sponsor, Vitiligo Cover Lotion, at shop.vitiligocover.com. And we'll see you again next week with a surprise guest. And thank you so much, Joanne, for joining us today.
Thank you again.
All right, talk to you later. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye-bye.